Darrell, before we just get into the fight, just talk about the emotion of even being back here. I mean, what did it feel like to step back into the cage tonight?
You know, to step back in the cage, I really can't put words on it, but I mean, if you could ask my corners walking into the cage, I actually had to stop and walked up behind one of them, kind of buried my head. Dude, it was so emotional for me to come back. You know, I fought so hard to get back to be here. It was a long year, and what I've come from, most people would say a year is very short, which, you know, if you look at it on paper, it is, but for me, it was long, man. It was hard. I pushed myself to do this, to come back to get a win. Like, this was my biggest motivation outside of, you know, my friends, family, and wife pushing me. My goal was to get back here to step into that octagon and to get a W. I came up short in my debut. You know, you fight the #1 guy in the division on 8-day notice. You know, I lost 25 pounds in 7 days. I came off the couch, I hadn't trained in months. This was my real debut, and I look at it like that. So, you know, I had nerves. I didn't perform quite the way I wanted to, but man, I had nerves. I played maybe a little bit safer than I should have, but like you said, the year, I had to kind of feel it out and see my body was going to respond to certain things. You know, leg kicks, you know, we practice with getting kicked in the legs in training, but there's one thing to do it in training, and there's another thing to do it in the cage. So I had to kind of take that. So there was a couple he threw that even I checked, I stopped, it was like, assessed everything, like, how is everything good? That I shouldn't have done, but coming back from what I came back from, I can't help it. Like, you do what you do. So now I know, you know, I know where I'm at. I know that I'm just as good as, you know, my body-wise, my body's 100%, and I can step in with anybody. Talk
about the chokes in the third round. You mentioned the leg kicks. What about the chokes? Were those tight at all? They look tight, but obviously you were the one that was in there.
No, you know what? They weren't tight. At one point, I actually looked over my shoulder and told the ref, I was like, you know, he's got nothing. I'm good. I was just telling my corners. In my head, when he had it, I'm like, you know, if I fight too hard to get out of this, he might sink it and it might get tight. And in my head, I'm like, man, clearly I won the first 2 rounds. Why would I do that? And that might have been me playing it safe. So I'm like, you know, I dominated the first 2 rounds. Why would I risk it and work? Because now his only chance to finish, why would I give it to him? I shrugged my shoulders, you know, buried my chin, and I can wait it out. His arms are gonna get tight, he's gonna stop squeezing it, and then I can work it out, which is what happened. It took a little longer than I wanted to, but I know, you know, he's a black belt. That's what he does. They squeeze. So I'll give that to him, you know, he held on. He didn't quit with that until what I had, like 45 seconds left when I got back up. But like I said, so I just held on until I felt the loosening, and then I could fight out without giving it to him.
Knowing how big this was, and I think we thought you won the first 2 rounds as well, but knowing what a big moment this was, how emotional it was, then you get up there and you start waiting through a split decision read. What's going through your head at that point?
Man, well, first I was baffled. So he read 29-28, you know, Porker. I was like, well, yeah, it should be 29-28 all across the board. So then I'm like, well, maybe it's a split decision. There's no way. And then they said his name, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, this will be the icing on it, man. I come back from what I come back from, and then I get screwed. No, this isn't right.
What comes next for you now? I mean, knowing that, you know, how hard you battled to get back here, I mean, are you like, feel like you have, you know, lost time to make up for? Do you want to fight again quick? I mean, what's the goal right now?
I don't feel like I have to fight quick, but I absolutely do want to fight again before the end of the year. I gotta, you know, take it slow. Like I said, it was a stepping stone for me. The stepping stone was to see how my body was gonna react. So now, my body did fine. I held up fine. Nerves might have killed my cardio a little bit. I had much better cardio than I showed. But I think I go back, I heal a week, and I get back into training, and I just keep getting better. You know, I'm constantly getting better. I've only been fighting for 7 years, so I'm relatively young at the sport. I mean, I grew up wrestling, but I don't have battles like a lot of these veterans do. You know, I got a lot more in me, and I'm just getting started.
Let's talk a little bit about the road back, that recovery process, all the physical therapy and things like that. Like, how tough was that to not only recover from the injuries, you know, themselves, but also transition to get ready to fight again?
That was a big part of it. You know, I actually got cleared to fight March 3rd, but I was cleared to train all out January 1st. So I was cleared to train all out, and I was still going to physical therapy 3 days a week. So I was in physical therapy till the end of February, and that was kind of how we wrapped it up. You know, I had great therapists, I had a great surgeon, but that's how we wrapped it up. Was, you know, now your legs, your arm, everything is healed. Like, now you have to believe in it. So let's get you mentally believing in it. You know, they would have me, you know, kicking bags, kicking pads. I'm in physical therapy, and I go there and get a full body workout. So they really pushed to break me mentally as far as babying something or working, you know, worrying about it. So, you know, my hat's off to that, and I'm very thankful for the people I had.
How many times were they like, are you sure you want to get back in there and fight so quickly?
Oh man, they did that all the time. They were like, you want to do what? No, I don't know. Even my surgeon was like, you know, every time I'd go and visit him and he'd check up on me, I had checkups every, you know, couple weeks. Tell him, I'm not ready to fight yet, I'm not ready to train yet. He'd always tell me no. He'd always tell me no. You're not ready yet, but you know, I'm like, but I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. And he'd say, you know, yeah, sure, you're gonna do it. In the back of my head, I kind of read it, like he's looking at me saying yes, but he's looking at my wife saying, he may not. Like, I don't know. Like, he shouldn't. So I went back for my checkup in January when he cleared me, and, you know, he's like, I could say with, you know, full belief that you're going to compete. Like, your body is ready. Go do it. I was ecstatic. I was so happy. I couldn't even, like, just leaving there was so great, but it doesn't hold a candle to getting my W, so I'm on top of the world right now.
It's a big moment, man. How do you celebrate this?
Tonight I go lay down, and then after that like I said, there's a lot of people I'm thankful for, so I go and spend time with them. You know, I did my first full-time camp, so I was away from my house, my home, you know, my wife for 8 weeks. So I think my biggest celebration, like I said, is relax, spend time with my wife, spend time with my friends and family, and just be happy.
Leading up to the fight, was there more anxiety or was there more nervousness? And at what point did you feel like you shook it off and kind of felt like you're full back to like, you know, your full potential?
Yeah, going into the fight there was definitely more anxiety. See, I have stage fright, so I get a lot of anxiety going into the cage. I'm not worried about the opponent. I don't know what it is. I've always had it. You know, I wrestled in football, and I'd get it from the crowds in football when I was 7 years old. So yeah, there's definitely anxiety, and then it added to it. Like I said, I got real emotional walking to the cage, and I had to shake it off. I realized that, you know, I'm back and I'm here and I could do it probably the beginning of the third round. You know, my corners came in and said, you know, everything's going to game. We knew this how it was going to go. You know you're good everywhere. Let's just do it. Let's lend him hands. You can land him. And that's when I was like, man, you know, I ended up where he's good. He's good on the ground. Like, that's his thing. He can't stand with me. He tried to take me down. I reversed it. Man, I'm back. I can do this. I can do everything. Let's just fight. Let's go. And so at the end of the second, I was like, we're going to fight. And that was it.
There was a point in the match where it seemed like he was a little worried, and it seems like he was bringing that fight to you, and you were just waiting for him and just catching him every like second step he took towards you. Did you feel like that was an adjustment you made, or was it that, you know, did you figure that out as the fight progressed?
Yeah, I kind of figured that out. I used to be real big in counter-striking, so the game plan here was pressure and be first. So I think I did that in the first round, and he didn't like it. That's why I tried to take me down. I think I might have settled into, I could see everything coming. So yeah, I think I adjusted to that. You know, seeing everything coming, I didn't really have much to worry about it. You know, there was stuff that I couldn't really see, and he was landing. Okay, then you can't really sit down and relax. But I saw everything, so that was probably when I was getting relaxed and just settling in and going, okay, I can see it. I don't have a whole lot to worry about.
What are your emotions? I mean, your emotions are pretty evident. Like, it was pretty, I mean, even right now, you seem like you're getting a little, you know, happy about it, at the same time emotional. Like, what are your emotions now? And your emotions, like, do they help you kind of think towards the future as far as where you want to be and what you want to take on coming forward?
Yeah, they absolutely do. You know, like I said, I'm not usually a real emotional guy, but this was an emotional, long journey. So it is. I have all kinds of emotions. You know, I'm happy, I'm ecstatic. I still have nerves. Like, I'm still nervous. Like, it's just crazy. Like, but yeah, you know, they help me, they motivate me, and they drive me. So I learned a lot about myself in this whole thing, and the fact that, you know, I used to always say that I don't have emotions. I told my wife, you know, I've been married for a long time, and I'd tell her, I don't have emotions. I'm sorry. You know, you get what you get. This is me. I learned throughout this whole process, you know, even before I came back, that I have emotions, and that's okay. Like, smile, be happy. You know, be happy. You know, sad, be mad, whatever it may be. You can have them. Yeah, so I have all of them right now. I'm happy. I'm ecstatic. I'm mad that I didn't finish him. I'm nervous that I was in there. I can't believe I did it. So I'm just all over the place right now, and I'm ready to sit down and let it settle in.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.